what happened the other day with John Jones, and you said what you said, and then obviously you came back and kind of clarified. But what's that ripple effect like? When something is misconstrued or taken the wrong way.
Well, people never listen. They always take things out of context. They never listen to the whole story. And they said we were talking about the eye poking. I'm not saying, but they say oblique kicks. Oh, that's a dirty fighter. No, it's a legal kick. I'm not saying anything about the rest. I'm talking about the fingers in the eye. And the fingers in the eye. Now, if John Jones would have been another fighter, like a nervous fighter who's like all over the place and he's looking down and he's pushing up, I can contribute it to an accident. But him being so calculated and so good and calm and relaxed, he knows exactly what he's doing in the fight. Mm-hmm. And then if you look at the fight and he has the fingers and he has it literally in his eyes, and while he's looking at it, because when I made the comment, I said, wait, before we start making comments, I don't know if he was looking down maybe, and then he pushed his finger in his eye. So let me figure it out first. Then I saw the clip later after that. I saw him with the fingers in his eyes. And if it's there for 1 or 2 seconds, that's long. 21, 22. I mean, he's rubbing him in the eyes. So I said, yeah, based on that I think is a dirty thing to do. You shouldn't do it. And especially when you go into history, you go, oh, he did it to him, he did it to him, he did it to him.
In the NBA, in soccer, a lot of the times the top athletes get the calls from the referees a lot. Do you think something like that happens in mixed martial arts? Sometimes we see some of the top guys, maybe they get a little bit of a slap for holding on to the cage, where another guy might get a point deducted. Do you think that goes on in mixed martial arts?
It's maybe the referees are at a moment like that watching something else. Maybe they're so confident about the fighter that he wouldn't do that. Maybe they're looking at a different view. But yeah, I've been thinking that also.
You've trained so hard, you put in the time. And, some even go so far as to tell the corner, don't you dare stop it no matter what. I'm going out on my shield. Where do you think's the breaking point? What's good for the athlete?
Robbie Lawler versus Melvin Manhoef.
Ooh, the leg kicks. Yeah.
Leg kicks. Takes only one shot. And he knocked Manhoef out.
Yeah.
I was in Japan in my second fight. I was sick. They let me travel 7 hours on the day of the fight. I know they did it on purpose because I didn't sleep at all. Because first of all, when you come from Holland, nighttime is daytime. So I fell asleep like 7 in the morning. They woke me up at 8 o'clock, like an hour. I slept an hour. And then in a cab, and from the cab to the subway, and the subway to the train, and a train, the Shinkansen, to a freaking different, like Osaka or whatever, we went somewhere else. And at 3 o'clock, they allowed me to go to my room, check in, and we pick you up at 3:45. Now by this time, and I was already a little sick before I went in, I was throwing up. My manager had to carry my luggage because I never had a coach, so a trainer, so I always trained myself, so I had only a manager with me. And it was this moment that I wanted to stop fighting until I heard the opponent, the whole place going nuts for him. Fuke, and I go, suddenly my ego started. And I was ready to tap because I was so bad. I felt so bad. I was just thrown just before I walked out. And then my ego came. And my ego says, no. You got these little voices in your head to tell you, oh, yes, quit. And the other one says, no, quit. And then I go, okay. And I get out, and 30 seconds later, I knock him out with the knee to the liver. And I go, oh, you see, that's such an example. I was seconds away from just, whatever, man, because I felt so bad, but still pulled it off. And that's with fighting also. Now, fighting is, if they're on their back and they're getting hit and nobody moves, well, the referee probably will throw the fight. But sometimes you see referees stepping in really, really late. That's I say, okay, throw in the towel. A broken ankle or something really, really bad. Well, there's guys who can still pull something off. Plus, I have an example also a long time ago. This was with the UFC when the referee couldn't step in. Big John told me this story. Yeah, Tank Abbott was fighting. And he got his ass handed to his opponent. And Big John was every time looking to his corner to throw in the towel. And they would just turn away from John. And then after the fight, John went over there. And he goes, what the hell was going on? He said, well, Tank told us that if we throw in the towel, he's going to beat the crap out of us. You see? And that's with a fighter also.
Yeah.
But I would say if you see they can't defend himself anymore, yeah, then you have to throw in the towel.